The best kept secret of Walt Disney World is its value resorts. Everyone talks about the pricey upscale hotels, but what if the best resorts for families at Disney World are also the cheapest on property? We've stayed at almost every value resort, so I'm sharing the best and worst parts of each resort, how to pick the best room for your family, and at the end, I'm sharing how to never pay full price on your Disney World resort again. Let's get into it. When booking a value resort, the most important thing to think about is what you are expecting out of your Disney World vacation. We are a family that often travels on a budget, so the value resorts have made it possible for us to do Disney trips a lot of the times. We have found the all-star resorts for as low as $90, $95 over the winter. And that's cheaper than lots of hotels off of Disney's property. So this can be a real budget option for you. Value resorts are Disney World's collections of hotels that offer simple amenities, one main dining establishment, and the cheapest prices most of the time of all of Disney World. The all-star resorts are the most misunderstood of these. In reality, these are three different resorts: All-Star Music, All-Star Sports, and All-Star Movies. However, they're pretty similar outside of having their appropriate theming and All-Star Music having family suites. Beyond that, the room layouts are all the same. They have the same number of food options. You're gonna have a pretty similar experience no matter which one of these you go to, so they are commonly just referred to as the all-star resorts. They get a bad rap because of the small room sizes and frequent noise complaints. When school groups or sports teams come looking for an affordable stay at Disney World, they often end up here, and sometimes those kids can get a little rowdy, but honestly, when I've stayed here, I've never had a noise issue. They have really big, beautiful grassy fields that my daughter loved running around on, and that was a real treat. But inside of the rooms, the layout is very clean, very modern. The living space and the bathroom space is separated by a sliding barn door. In the bathroom, you will find a shower, a single sink, and some storage in the nooks and crannies. In the main living space, you will find a queen bed and an additional queen bed that folds out of the wall, a beverage cooler, and a nice large dresser that you can use to store all of your things. And in every Disney World room, you have a special little friend called Hey Disney. This thing is a lifesaver, especially if you hate phone calls. When you get to the room, if something isn't quite right or you need more towels or blankets or whatever, all you have to do is hit a couple buttons on Hey Disney and cast members will bring whatever you need to your room. Again, this is everywhere from deluxe resorts to value resorts, so make sure you use this. The decor in the room is very simple. There's a very clean looking piece of Mickey art above the main queen bed, and when you fold down the second queen bed, there's a gorgeous mural that's hiding back there. So if you're looking for a pretty toned down, not super Disney-ified room, this could be a good option for you. We stay at the all-star resorts when we are planning on spending most of our time in the parks and we don't need a ton of amenities or extra things to do back at our hotel. On the grounds, you can find 2 pools and a kiddie pool, an arcade, a pool bar, and one large food court style dining hall. There is only one form of transportation here, which can be a bummer if you're traveling with a stroller. This only offers buses to get to all 4 parks and Disney Springs. So if you're traveling with a stroller, you will have to fold it, and that can be a little bit of a hassle, at least for me. But luckily, not all value resorts are the same, and where the all-star resorts can falter, Pop Century shines. Pop Century is priced slightly more expensive than the all-star resorts, but honestly, it's for a good reason. I can't wait to bring my in-laws here because this is themed to retro Americana. Each section is themed to a different decades. My parent-in-laws had their heyday back in the 80s, so I love the 80s section over there. And they have larger than life characters and props. I think it's really fun for the whole family. Pop Century rooms are also amazing because I believe that these are the most recently updated rooms at all of Disney World. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself below, but back in February, of 2026, they did a refurb of these rooms. They added some new curtains and I believe some new furnishings throughout the room, and they look amazing. So that's probably the biggest difference between Pop Century rooms and All-Star rooms. The refurbishment, you can really tell that it's new and it's updated, though they both look fairly modern, if that makes sense. These rooms are pretty similar to the All-Star rooms. It has the smaller layout with the modern feel. However, this is the only resort where I have ever had a noise problem because we made the mistake of booking an adjoining room. Basically, this is a room where there is an interior door that connects your room with the room right next to you. If you're traveling with a bigger group and you would like to go back and forth between rooms, this could be great and really helpful. But for my tiny family of 3, we didn't need to utilize that, and that door really lets sound go through. So at 4 a.m. we were woken up by the family next door. That was not fun. So when you book your room here, make sure you ask for a non-adjoining room. You will be grateful. I recommend booking a preferred room. These are rooms that are close to the most important things at any Disney resort, such as the pools, the lobbies, and transportation. And transportation here is super fun and special. I'll get to that in a second. But when we booked our preferred room here, we ended up in the perfect location. We were on the back side of the preferred room building with a Skyliner view. So we were still close to everything, but we had this beautiful view of the Skyliner and we couldn't hear any of the noise from the pool or all the other happenings, so that really worked out. Preferred rooms also offer you the chance to do much less walking, especially if you're at a value resort. These resorts are often sprawling with a very large footprint, so staying at a preferred room allows you to be a lot closer to what's important. If you've got little ones or you're pushing a stroller, this is going to make a big difference. The Skyliner is Disney's Sky Gondola system, and from Pop Century, it will take you to Hollywood Studios and Epcot and all of the other resorts on the Skyliner line. It is completely free to use this, and it is the perfect way to spend a arrival day or a rest day just traveling throughout the other resorts. One pro tip about Pop Century, the Skyliner starts running at 7:30 a.m., but the line gets really long, like super early. So if you're planning on using it, make sure that you beat the crowd or do what we do and wait until about 9 a.m. to hop in line. Often it's a lot shorter of a wait then. We have always loved the Skyliner, but now that I have my daughter, it's been really fun to explore more of this resort as well. They have really fun photo ops with different characters all around the resort, but in the lobby, they have also had some character meetings, which was a ton of fun for my family on our arrival day. Beyond the Skyliner, this resort is lovely. It has several pools, including a splash pad, and the food court is a little more elevated than the All-Star Resort. It has its own signature dishes and desserts, which are very colorful, and it has a separate bar and coffee bar in addition to the pool bar, which is outside serving basic snacks and alcoholic beverages. I was very grateful that there were more healthy options here than at the All-Star Resort. As a mom, I love for my daughter to have one green thing a day if I can help it. So it was nice to have a variety of options here at Pop Century. So she was eating more than French fries on our vacation. Future Candace here. I have to add that staying at the value resorts has created some of the least stressful Disney World trips for us. When you're going to Disney World on a budget, every dollar counts, and when we stay at Pop Century or the All-Star Resorts, we feel so much more freedom in the parks to try out character dining or even just be more carefree while we're in the parks because we know we're not breaking our budget on our hotel. Disney World is expensive however you slice it, but I sleep better knowing that I got the best deal that Disney World can offer and that I can say yes a little bit more to my daughter when she points at a cute toy. Okay, let's talk about Art of Animation. There is one value resort that is amazing for children, but depending on your expectations, the price might not be worth it. Art of Animation is right across the bridge from Pop Century Resort, and it offers incredible immersive theming. The pool and lobby are absolutely beautiful. It feels like you're getting dropped right into a Disney movie, especially in the coveted Little Mermaid rooms. However, beyond that, it has family suites just like All-Star Music and access to the Skyliner just like Pop Century. But this resort comes at a much higher price than any of these other value resorts. I think it's because the beautiful rooms are so popular, but for the price that you could spend staying at Art of Animation, you could spend at a moderate resort where you have way more options of things to do, like fishing and even rooftop bars. I've seen this resort posted for as much as $500 per night, and I personally struggle to pay that, while knowing that I could stay at Pop Century and get the same level of service and just walk across the bridge to Art of Animation and see all the fun theming there. When staying on Disney property, you can visit any other Disney resort completely free, so you can stay at another resort and visit Art of Animation during the day if you'd like, and you get the best of both worlds. This is the only value resort we have not stayed at simply because of the price. But what do you think? If you've stayed at Art of Animation, drop in the comments what it was like and if you think we should give it a shot. But no matter where you're staying, the price of a Disney vacation can come with some sticker shock, and no one talks about the easiest ways to save on your resort. The price you see on the Disney website might not actually be the price that you have to pay, and this is why I always recommend booking early. After you book your room, keep an eye on the price on the Disney website and see if it drops lower or not. If you find a lower price in the exact same room at the same resort on the Disney site, Disney will honor that lower price. All I've had to do is call in to the Disney customer service line, let them know what I found, and they've always been more than happy to honor the new price. I have saved hundreds of dollars on my Disney trips doing this. I'll be making a video all about how to save the most on your Disney World resort, but Disney honestly offers a bunch of discounts. They're offered for Florida residents, annual pass holders, veterans, and more. So I'm really excited to share a little more about that. I am passionate about saving money at Disney World, so anything I can do to help you guys save too sounds amazing. Picking your Disney resort can be a huge undertaking. There is so many options and so many room categories. So I hope that this video has helped take some stress out of your decision. If you're planning on mostly being in the parks your whole time, the All-Star resorts could be your way to go. If you're planning on visiting Epcot and Hollywood Studios and you would be into the different decades theme of Pop Century, that could be amazing for you. And if you are obsessed with The Little Mermaid or Lion King and you just cannot imagine your vacation without the themed rooms at Art of Animation, it might be worth the splurge for you. Regardless of which value resort you choose to stay at, you know you're gonna get the Disney standard. I have stayed at deluxe resorts, moderate resorts, and the value resorts, and I have always felt equally taken care of by the cast members. They always go above and beyond to take care of you, but no matter what you do, make sure you book a preferred room. That has been the biggest godsend for me on all of my Disney World vacations. There can be so much to planning your Disney World vacation, but that's why I make videos to take the drama out of Disney. I share saving tips, hacks for parents, and how to have the best day at Disney even if things don't always look perfect. So hit that subscribe button because I would love to have you along for more of my family adventures. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.